When David passed away, my daughter was 5 years old.
My son, his name is Cameron William Quay, and he was a really brilliant young man. He was.
I didn't want my father's name to be forgotten. He gave the ultimate sacrifice in protecting and doing his job.
My name is Ashley Colon Prieto, and I am a survivor of child sexual abuse.
In the middle of the night, we got a phone call, and it said we had to come to South, to the hospital. And, I just said, why? And they said that our youngest daughter, Mariana, had been in an accident.
My name is Michelle Mathis. I am Miracle Cutler's mom now. Her mother was murdered, Rebecca Cutler. Her sister is Ziana Cutler, and her sister Malia Heavenly Faith Sykes.
I'm here to tell my story and to spread awareness on abuses of all kinds.
The murder of my son was so stupid. It was so senseless.
This is the worst pain I think a parent could ever go through. And some parents are different. I met some that, I'd rather see him in the dirt. I'd rather see my daughter here. And she deserved to be here. She really did. What a good girl.
Hello, my name is Michael McMahon, and I'm privileged and honored to serve the people of Staten Island as their district attorney. I want to thank you for joining with us this week to commemorate Crime Victims Week under the theme of honoring our past and creating hope for the future. And that's really at the heart of what we do every day in our office, standing up and fighting for victims of crime, helping them get through the trauma that they've suffered and getting their lives back together. I'm proud of the work that our Victim Advocates Group do, and I'm especially proud of my Domestic Violence Bureau, as well as my Special Victims Bureau. They are standing up every day in court, fighting for the victims of crime and making sure those who perpetrated the crime against them are held accountable. So thank you for joining us, and we're looking forward to a great week.
Thank you for joining us in recognition of National Crime Victims' Rights Week. We're honored to be able to play a role in promoting education and awareness about victims' rights.
We hope you will find the messages imparted here to be uplifting and strengthening. We thank the participants and survivors who have given of their time and shared their personal stories.
We thank all the community members who have helped spread the word about honoring survivors and families.
We want all survivors of trauma to know you are not alone. We hope the insights and reflections conveyed here will inspire you to use your own voice and join us in our continued mission to advance healing through purpose and expression.
My fiance David, his birthday was in December. So every year we have a memorial/birthday party for him.
My family, my friends, my community that had services to offer me, my mental health provider who taught me things about myself, brought out my greatest strengths, and helped me to build on skills I already had to be able to get through life.
Start with Sissy's Angels. Started a non-for-profit in their name to help give it back to some of the other victims that are out there.
So every year, right around September 11th, my family holds a memorial softball game in honor of my brother, Police Officer James Leahy, who died in 9/11. And it's a chance for the family and friends to get together and just think about James, about the family man that he was, and really to give honor to him. And we've been doing this for years, and it's a wonderful event. And for my father, the biggest thing that we did to honor him was on the 40th anniversary of his death. With the help of city officials, we were able to make a garden at the place where he was murdered.
Spending more time with each other, having memories of Rebecca and Ziana and Malia. It helps us to be strong and knit together more closely because they're not here.
One of the things that I've done in my life is I'm a faith woman. I believe in that so thoroughly. I mean, whatever you say your faith belief is, I start my mornings and all throughout the day just with that, reflections, prayer, meditations, because you have to, honor yourself. You honor your lost ones.
I was going to my regular doctor, and I said, can I talk to somebody? Because nobody else was going to listen to us at that time. It was too long, and it was over for them, but for us, it was still real. So they said, okay, you could talk to a therapist. So I did. Then I started going bereavements and talking, maybe saying the same thing over and over. But I needed to get my head, I needed to get those thoughts in my mind organized or something. And that's how I did it. I went to bereavement groups at church, St. Thomas, Star to Sea, St. Clair's, Holy Child. They all have bereavement groups, and that's where I went. And it's a process. They have a book, and you go through a process all the time, each group. And that's what I did. I did about 5 times, and finally they asked me to be on a team. And I said, okay, maybe I can help other people now.
The message that I would have for others that are going through or have gone through a trauma is to take things one day at a time, and that there's no set time limit on healing, to not let anybody tell you that, to grieve for as long as you need to grieve, but I would say to do it in a healthy way.
As difficult as it is right now, things are going to get better. You're never going to forget what happened, but little by little you're going to learn to live with it and deal with it and put it in perspective.
Grief teaches you the journey of grief to really live in the present. Sometimes that's hard to do, but it really teaches you that. Because when you go through that, you just understand that nothing is certain. Nothing is certain.
After a while, you have to go out there and fight against what made you a victim.
You have to go on. You bounce, you don't break. You're not an egg, you're a ball, you keep on bouncing. Some days you'll have better than others, but you don't get it. You never get it.
And don't let your child die. Don't let your child. That's my biggest thing. My daughter will never die. I won't let her.
To victim advocates that come to face and are often someone that meets someone who's experienced sexual abuse or physical violence, I thank you. I thank you for doing this work. I thank you for being here and present every day. I thank you for supporting someone like me. I thank you for changing the course of what we know to be the criminal justice system, and how survivors are embraced, and how they're heard, and how they're taken seriously. Their crimes against them are taken seriously. I also want you to know that it's day by day. We don't win them all, but if you win 1 out of 100, you've done your job.
I just want to say thank you so much to the District Attorney's Office. All of you guys are terrific. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate everything that you've done for me and my family. Words can't express how I feel, but I'm so grateful. Everything turned out the way it turned out, and just to have you guys support, it means a lot. Thank you so much.
As you can see, there's some great work going on Staten Island to help those who are victims of crime. And it all keeps in motion with our theme this year of National Crime Victims Week, honoring our past and creating hope for the future. That's the great work that the men and women in my office do every day, our partners in the police department, the different victim advocate agencies that are here to help those who suffer from crime. But our work will never be done until we prevent those crimes from happening in the future, and that's how together we will create hope for the future for the people of Staten Island. Too often in today's world we hear discussion about reforming the criminal justice system, and that's important. We have to make it as fair as possible. But what we don't hear is enough about the victims and what they've gone through and how they need the different programs to get their lives back together. That's what we connect people with in our office, and I'm proud of the work that our victim advocates do, as well as our special victims and domestic violence bureaus in particular. But all the men and women in our office know that our the heart of our office is making sure that victims are connected with service and that they understand that we're on their side. So thank you again for joining us, and have a great day.